Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Anastasia. Welcome everybody. I am starting today's video in the car because I am on my way to the venue where I will be making a balloon garland for a wedding that is happening tomorrow. I am working with Qualitix balloons. All of the balloons were bought by a client slash friend, and I am working with whatever I have. I also brought a whole bunch of extra balloons of my own, and I brought some balloons to offer to change a few things. So we'll see how that's going to work, because I feel like the color ivory that I am working with is not going to be exactly what they wanted. So I brought a whole bunch of orbs balloons, and we'll see if they're gonna agree to change some things up. I will be filming everything, obviously showing you everything, but I don't think I will be stopping and explaining. I will do a voiceover after I'll edit this video, because it will be so much easier, first of all, for me, and it's a lot faster for me this way than just stop and explain and a whole bunch of people there, and it's gonna be noisy as well. So I will link and list everything in the description under this video. If you watched my previous video, one of my newest balloon walls, then you know that I am running low on basically everything supply wise. I can't find fishing line, 20-pound fishing line. It's gone at Walmart. I usually buy at Walmart. I am low on 260s. I am low on everything, you guys. So I went to Walmart to search for these guys. Luckily, they had a whole bunch of these, and I even don't mind that they are colorful. I usually do not use colorful 260s. I like to stay in translucent color and white, because I don't want my colors to show after I am done building, so I'll just be careful with that. Why am I using 260s? You know the answer for that, because 260s won't cut your balloons while constructing your balloon garland, and with fishing line you have to be careful because it can cut your balloons when you're pulling on it. Let's go, let's make this happen. But first, I am stopping by and I am getting a drink, because it's gonna be one long day. After this, I'm going back home and I am filming again, so it's gonna be crazy busy day. All right, you guys, let's go.
All right, what can I get for you today?
Can I have a small latte with almond milk? This is my door that I need to cover with balloons. Everything's here. Let's start this. I cannot wait for the final result. And also, I will be using these beauties over here. I love to use a small suitcase to pack all of my stuff. It's very comfortable. Here I am unstuffing all of the double stuffed balloons. They were double stuffed by a client, but the amount of balloons I am getting from double stuffed balloons is barely enough for what I am about to create for this door. Time to create pairs and clusters. I am working one color at a time for a simple reason. White is a very calm color and brown is very strong. I wanted to make sure that I am careful mixing those two colors. That side door, as you can see, will be used a lot. The venue has breakers in the small room. Breakers just couldn't hold the amount of outlets and lights that were used to decorate the space. I am working with a small and narrow space. It can be challenging. I was very careful with the top of the door. I was trying to make the top part very skinny so it would be comfortable to walk through the door. To attach my garland, I used 260s and command hooks. To construct my garland, I used mainly fishing line. And why fishing line? Because I was able to see my colorful 260s that I bought from Walmart. Be careful constructing garlands with fishing line, because fishing line can't cut your balloons. Working with white in such dominant color as brown was very challenging. I couldn't see the whole picture until I started adding clusters of brown. As our garland goes down, I am using bigger clusters, but keeping in mind that people need to go through the door and I can't close the walkthrough too much. To keep myself from building garland too wide, I focused on the length of it and brought the whole thing forward, keeping the width to the minimum, trying to keep balloons as close as possible to the walls. You'll see in a second, but I offered a few changes to this garland, and here we are standing and trying to figure out what we want to do, either add orbs or use those ivory balloons or use chrome gold. We decided to go for gold chrome balloons and go pretty heavy on those. I brought a few things like that 36-inch balloon from home, and I decided to add 2 of them. On my white garlands, I like to keep colorful balloons closer together instead of going all over. Why closer? Because I wanted to avoid this garland to look tacky and all over the place. At the very end of my construction, I ended up using curling ribbon and some glue dots for a few of the balloons. Here we go again. As I said, this happened a few times. Absolutely not their fault. It's the breaker. But it was difficult to build that side of balloon garland. Every single time I unhooked the garland from the wall, balloons would get misplaced. This garland needed some 5-inch balloons, so I added a few here and there to fill in spaces. I also added some individual 11-inch balloons. Instead of using real greenery, I brought some of my own artificial stems and inserted throughout the garland. I added the stems of pampas grass where I added my eucalyptus to create bunches of flowers, bouquets in one spot. And I tried to focus my flowers near darker spots on my garland. I inserted real flowers to show you how the garland will look. I took the flowers out after I was done filming, and girls will insert flowers themselves before the party. I struggled a little bit to insert this flower. Just try to find an opening between balloons and slowly insert the flower. And this is how this garland looks with all the flowers. You guys, I love it. It wasn't easy, but everything came together. Do not panic. Just go with your gut and it will be beautiful. I didn't charge for this garland. It was completely free. Balloons were bought by a client. It took me about 5 hours to complete everything by myself. I hope you enjoyed this video and see you all in my next one.